So there's this guy named Tanner Cook who runs a YouTube channel called Classified Goons, which is a prank channel, and much like a lot of other prank channels on this website, the pranks that he uploads aren't really pranks, but are more along the lines of harassment. And one of these quote-unquote pranks ended up getting him shot this past April. The footage of him getting shot didn't surface until just last week, and don't worry, I'm not showing it in this video. That would probably get me a community guideline strike anyway, and I fear linking to it even in the description would lead to me getting a strike, so you can find it on your own. It's not the most pleasant watch, obviously, but there's no blood or gore or anything like that. The camera immediately pans away from him right when he gets shot, and all you can hear is him yelling in pain for about a second before the video cuts off. But anyways, the video showcases Tanner going up to a delivery driver named Alan Coley, shoving his phone into Alan's face. What was on the phone, I don't fucking know, but repeatedly Alan tells him to back off, and Alan does not comply. Really hilarious grade A prank content. And then Alan proceeds to take out his gun and shoots Tanner. It was a non-fatal shot, and last week the jury acquitted Alan of aggravated malicious wounding. Now this is one of those situations where I feel there is no hero in the story. Tanner is a dumbass who has no regard at all for other people's boundaries. And Alan is a little too happy with the trigger because there is nothing in the video that even implied that at that moment Alan's life was at risk. And yet I see so many people applauding Alan like he's some sort of fucking hero for shooting a 21-year-old who was, well, just being a douchebag. I get it, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, but I do not think that shooting him was the appropriate response. Even if he just punched Tanner in the face, I mean, I wouldn't condone the violence, but at the same time I'd be like, well, he did kind of get up in Alan's face and invaded his boundaries, so he kinda sorta had it coming. Tanner could have very well have lost his life in that food court, and nothing he was doing in that video warranted him potentially losing his life. Again, maybe he deserved a deck to the face, but him dying? No. At the end of the day, he's some douchebag fresh out of his teen years, making stupid YouTube videos. I am more than sure that Tanner would have backed off had Alan brandished the weapon, but instead of shooting him right away, he said something along the lines of, "Hey buddy, I'm armed, get up in my face one more time and I won't be afraid to shoot." Any rational person would immediately stop fucking with someone like that, because at that point, fuck YouTube content, your life is literally on the line. But instead of doing that, Alan right away opted to possibly end someone else's life. And can we not applaud that behavior? It is not heroic, it's irresponsible and stupid. It would be one thing if, say, Tanner were shoving a realistic looking fake knife in Alan's face, then yes, okay, I can understand why at that moment Alan felt like his life was in danger and why he felt the need to shoot Tanner. But nothing of the sort happened. All that happened was Alan got a phone shoved in his face. Yes, it's fucking annoying. Yes, Tanner is a dumbass. And yes, that is harassment because Alan repeatedly said, "Go away," and Tanner was not going away. But shooting him was not a rational fucking response. Even with the law saying he's not guilty of malicious wounding. Because, it's not like he randomly went up to Tanner and shot him. Tanner did initiate the situation, but even still, this sullies my view on guns even further because there are far too many people in this country who have guns and use those guns even if the situation does not call for them to do so. If you're carrying a gun around, you use that gun when it is clear that you are in a situation where your safety or even your life is at risk. Not just when someone is being an annoying douchebag towards you. This is gun owner responsibility 101, or at least it should be, but far too many people in this country who should not be owning guns have access to guns, but whatever, I already made my opinion on guns and the need for stricter gun laws in this country more than clear on this channel already. I get it, you don't like prank content. I don't like a lot of fucking prank content on this website either, because a lot of it is exactly what this guy makes, where it's not even pranks, it's more just harassing people for internet clicks. But that still does not mean that I want to see the people who create this type of content fucking die. That is just absurd. What I do hope is that this serves as a wake-up call for other content creators who create this type of content, and they now know that this is a possible consequence of the type of content they create. They may one day piss off the wrong person, get shot, but unlike Tanner, they don't end up surviving. But who knows if that will happen, because I believe Tanner himself said something along these lines. Now, I'm just gonna go back and create the same exact content that ended up getting me shot. I don't give a fuck. What a fucking moron. This is not a defense video for Tanner by any means. I think he's a dumbass, but not a dumbass worthy of death. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all I have to say. Bye-bye.